This prolific running back is Daniel Bangura. Dan the Man Bangura.
Still soaking it all in. You know, one day I'll be able to look back and see how big of accomplishments these are. And right now I'm just playing football, doing what I'm being coached to do, practicing how I play. It's just happening.
There you got it. That's Dan Bangura from Harvest Prep. Hey guys, you are listening to the Mid-State League Weekly, covering Harvest Preparatory School athletics. We keep you updated on all things Harvest Prep, and we will be taking you around the Mid-State League. Hello guys, my name is Willie Stimmage. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today is Sunday, September 3rd, 2017. Hey, give us a follow on Twitter at MSL Weekly. And join the conversation. Tweet the show. Follow me on Instagram at Willie Stimmage Photography. Facebook.com/Willie'sPics. Oh, guys, just drop me an email at infoforwillie@gmail.com. That's infoforwillie@gmail.com. Hey, guys, our first segment, we'll be taking you talking all things Harvest Prep. And second segment, we'll be taking you around the league and giving you scores and updates. So, what's happening on the Mid-State League as far as football? It's football season now. You know, I guess it's volleyball and soccer too, but technically it's everybody's eyes is on football. Our third segment, we give you some news and announcements from different schools in the Mid-State League. What's going on? Just want to jump out and say Harvest Prep beat Franklin Heights 44-14. A pretty lopsided contest, but evidently we won. Some of the key points that I've seen, I noticed that Janai played another good game. I was watching, and Isaiah played a good game. Just focus on on the defense. The defense, I like when they read, and I like when they react. Read and react. And they did a pretty good job of that. They read the defense. They found out what the play calling. The changing of directions of the offensive play. They read the blitz. They read the pass. They read the run. Kudos to Janai. Read and reacted on the defense. Another key point to this game was the weather. The weather was a factor. It was rainy, it was windy, it was cool, especially late in the second half. It's a good thing that Harvest Prep got out to a good start. I think it was 28-0 at halftime, or 28 to something like that. They had a big little cushion at halftime. And good thing they got that cushion, because I noticed when the teams came out in the second half, some of the guys were slipping. Some guys couldn't get their footing. A couple of Franklin Heights players dropped the ball. Ball got wet. The ball got slick, and they couldn't catch the ball. So key number one was defense. I liked the way they read. I liked the way they reacted. Key number two, they actually got a good cushion before the weather got bad, because like I said, the ball got real slick. And the third thing I seen as far as the game, they got another shot at Franklin Heights. Last year they lost to these guys with Dylan Akers and James Morgan. Dylan Akers had 210 yards passing. He had 3 touchdowns in that game with Harvest Prep, and then James Morgan rushed for 116 yards. He had 2 touchdowns in that matchup. And they only beat Harvest Prep by 10 points. But this year, Harvest Prep, it's always good to have payback. And Harvest Prep came out and won 44-14. I noticed some key injuries there for Harvest Prep. I don't know if Kalen Jackson, I don't know, did he tweak something in that game? I really didn't see it. But, he kind of sat on the sideline a good little chunk of the time. I didn't know exactly. I didn't ask him what was wrong, but I was looking at a few pictures where he got one of his legs got bent backwards or something. I don't know the exact extent of the injury, if it was an injury. But he really didn't see. I really didn't see him in too much action in the second half. And then Daquan Owens Johnson. Daquan, I don't know if he separated his shoulder. I don't know what happened, but he was in a sling, and they was trying to get him to raise his arms to loosen that thing. He wanted to go back in, but I don't think that it wouldn't have been a good call to send him back in. Harvest Prep football, this is an interesting time for Harvest Prep football. I mean, what we believe they are this year is still some questions. I mean, how far these guys are going to go. I mean, the goal is to go to win the state championship, but with new guys coming in, you got hungry freshmen that really want to play. Schedule early victories in the schedule. I like the 2-0 start, and then there's a key matchup next week. We get into that a little later, but there's a key matchup next week that we really have to win that game. We really have to win that game. So let's go over some of the highlights of the game here. Dan Bangura once again rushed for 470 yards. And he scored 6 touchdowns as Harvest Prep drowned Franklin Heights. That's what Columbus Dispatch said. They drowned Franklin Heights 44-14. Bangura, who scored 5 TDs on the ground, added a 25-yard touchdown reception and 9 tackles on defense. I mean, Dan had a good game. I mean, not just try to single out Dan, but a lot of other guys have they did pretty good too. And Dan is high energy. I mean, his motor is, he's always grinding. I mean, that hurry up offense, he's back in the huddle, gets the ball, he pushes, he grinds again. And we got a chance to hear Dan talk about his conditioning. So let me let you hear Dan talk about his conditioning.
How is your body feeling right now, and I mean just in general during the season?
Well, yeah, obviously, like I said, after the game next day, you're gonna feel a little sore. I mean, 37 carries is not normal, and that's why I said it's always important to take care of your body. Make sure you're drinking right, hydrating, eating the right things, eating healthy. I always try to make sure the week of game days, I'm always eating the right things, hydrating well every day, and that's why you got to practice at the same temperature.
Yes, that's Dan. Man, you have to do that. I mean, in order to be in shape like that, have good endurance, you have to do that. Some of the scoring highlights: Bangura 5-yard run, Bangura with another run in the first quarter, and then Dan came back with a 28-yard pass from Moses Davis, and then Dan on a 2-point conversion, and then Dan came back with a 9-yard run. The kick was no good in the second quarter. And then Cody Little for Franklin Heights came up with a 12-yard run. The kick was no good. And then Dan came out in the third quarter with a 9-yard run, and the pass was no good. They tried for a 2-point conversion, and that was no good. So then Harvest Prep came back again with Bangura with a 46-yard run, and then Dan scored on a 2-point conversion in the third quarter. And then Damari Jones had a 6-yard run. He's a 6'1" junior. He's 210 pounds, and he can really play. He's going to be back next year, along with Cody Little. They're both going to be back next year. So, and then Dan capped it off with a 30-yard run, and then Zion Bangura with a pass from Moses Davis, and then that led your final score to be 44-14. So. Just looking over this scoring sheet here, total yards: Franklin Heights 451, Harvest Prep 610 total yards. That's 610 total yards for Harvest Prep. That's a lot of yards. First downs: Franklin Heights had only 14, Harvest Prep with 22. Rushes for yards: Franklin Heights had 35 rushes to 175 yards. And Harvest Prep had 51 rushes, 560 yards. Average rush, Franklin Heights uh, 5 yards per rush, and Harvard's Prep 11 yards per rush. Yards passing, Franklin Heights passing for a total of 76 yards, while Harvard's Prep with 50 total passing yards. Franklin Heights passing, Cody Little was 11 for 3 for 40 yards, and he had 1 interception. And for rushing, I think Cody Little rushed 17 times for 112 yards, and he scored a touchdown. So Little was the total package for Franklin Heights, and then nobody else even step up. For Harvest Prep, Moses Davis was threw it 12 times, 4 completions, 76 yards, and he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, Daniel Bangura, 37 rushes, 470 yards, and he had a touchdown. He had 5 touchdowns. Sorry about that. Receiving, Dan had 1 reception, 28 yards, and I think that was all the stats that I could find. Some of my key players for Harvest Prep, of course, Dan was a key player. Moses Davis stepped up. Janai stepped up on the defense, and the guy that people sleeping on, I say Sean Peterson. Sean had some good production for Harvest Prep. He blew up one of the plays for Franklin Heights. He blew up one of them with a nice solo tackle, and he took care of that for Harvest Prep. Let me see where I want to go here. Let's go with next week. So Bexley is done. We beat those guys. Franklin Heights is done. We beat those guys. So the shift is going to Columbus Mifflin. So and these guys are real. They're real athletic, and so just talking to Dan, not talking to Dan. I heard Dan in the interview talking about Mifflin, him and Isaiah. So here's Dan on the next opponent.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta practice hard. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta study film. We gotta study the scouting report. We can't be lackadaisical when we go out there. Mm-hmm. We can't be, feeling comfortable. We can't be like that. I respect Mifflin. They're a really good football program.
Coach Thornton over there, AT. Shout out AT, the Brookhaven legend, the OU standout. He's trying to put something together over there, man. And I'm pretty sure that they all know you. Mr. Dan. So what you expecting, man?
Like I said, it's gonna take a hard week of practice. We're gonna have to get better this week. It's probably gonna be the most athletic team we play. So I'm looking forward to it.
Be exciting.
It'll be a good game. Yeah.
Be exciting. One of the ones to watch next week.
All right, there you have it right there. That was Dan and Isaiah. Looking forward to next Friday's matchup with Mifflin. Mifflin head coach is Anthony Thornton. Is his first year at Mifflin. They're in the City League North. Last year, Mifflin was 5-5 and 3-3 in the conference. But just running up, so game 1, Mifflin beat West 38-26, and Davion Logan, I guess is the quarterback. He threw for 4 touchdown passes. He ran for a 5th, and he engineered a 25-0 Mifflin scoring run with a win over West. That was last Friday in the non-league game. Logan accounted for 366 of the team's 413 yards, 312 passing on 11 completions, and he had 54 yards on the ground. He also threw his first TD pass to Amon Thornton, covering 61 yards in the first quarter. And after that, West took an 18-13 lead, which sparked the run with 3 touchdown passes, including a 75-yarder to Thornton, who finished with 136 yards on his 2 scoring catches. Akita Wynn led the punchers with 4 receptions, 124 yards, including a 62-yard touchdown catch. Even that Davion Logan, the quarterback, he was 20 for 11, 55 yards passing, 312 percentage, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he rushed 4 times for 54 yards and no touchdowns. Receiving, Amon Thornton was 2 receptions, 126 yards. That's a lot of yards. There's got to be more receptions than that. Or maybe they printed it wrong. He scored 2 touchdowns, and the key to win, 4 receptions, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. The second game Mifflin played, they played Westland. They beat them 27-21. Jackson with a 9-yard pass, and Jackson with a 13-yard pass, and Jackson with a 13-yard pass again. S. Jackson scored 3 touchdowns in that game. So Mifflin, like they said, is pretty athletic. So I guess we're going to study film, and we're going to look and find out what these guys are about. But I think Prep's going to come out on the back end. Hey guys, we got to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to update you. We're going to take you around the league and give you scores and highlights and all that stuff of that nature. This is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stimmich.
Every parent wants their child to study hard and succeed. At HPS, we believe athletics play a vital role in your child's development. Sports at Harvest Preparatory School trains students in key qualities such as leadership, commitment, and Christian character. Athletes at HPS consistently have the opportunity to compete at the championship level because our driving force is playing to win.
Here at Harvest Preparatory School, we conduct our athletics at the highest level.
Not only do our students at Harvest Preparatory excel academically, but they have the opportunity to excel athletically as well. Currently, 4 out of 5 students at Harvest Prep in grades 7 through 12 participate in interscholastic athletics. Here at HPS, we are proud members of the Mid-State League and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. If your son or daughter are interested in participating in athletics here at Harvest Preparatory, they will be coached by a world-class coaching staff.
Harvest Prep has incredible athletic facilities and great sports teams.
Our facilities, really second to none. Whether it's volleyball or it's baseball, whether it's basketball or football, your child will be afforded the highest quality athletic program available.
No matter what it is, our kids get to compete with the best in Central Ohio, and the coaches are fantastic in instilling Christian character while in competition.
We're sure you'll agree Harvest Preparatory School is the right option for your child.
This is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stimmich, and we're taking you to the second segment where we'll be taking you around the league. Hey guys, give us a follow on Twitter at MSL Weekly, or you can tweet us at, like I say, MSL Weekly, or you send me an email at infoforwillie@gmail.com. That's infoforwillie@gmail.com. Hey guys, some of the scores from around the league. We're going to start out with Fairfield Christian. They come up on the short end of the stick to Simmons Valley. They lost 43-0. So Fairfield Christian came up on the short end of the stick. And then again, Fairbanks defeated Fisher Catholic 42-7. Notre Dame defeated Millersport 20-18, which was a close, really close game. And Millersport could have pulled it out, but then they come up on the short end of the stick. In other Mid-State League games, Crestline 7. Grove City 0, and Crestline and Grove City was a tight game all the way to the end. Ty Clark broke a scoreless tie with a 45-yard touchdown pass from Davian Triplett with 5 minutes remaining, and Crestline down hosts Grove City Christian 7-0. Like I said, Grove City Christian had that game. Well, at least they was competitive, but they kind of lost in the first. Last few minutes of that game. Moving right along, South defeated Burn Union 28-14. Trevor Adams rushed for 160 yards and 14 carries and scored 3 touchdowns as visiting South 2-0 capitalized on a pair of third quarter turnovers. The Bulldogs scored all of their points in the third quarter. Jeremiah Tucker passed for 175 yards, including a touchdown to Zephaniah Jones, 3 receptions for 106 yards. Bowling Union 1-1, lost 3 fumbles and was intercepted once. So that was the actual turning point for Bowling Union. Moving right along, some of your boys soccer scores. Grove City Christian 11, Jefferson West Jeff 4. Peters 1 goal, 2 assists. Riser 1 goal, 2 assists. Bullock 1 goal, 2 assists. And that was the scoring for that contest. Then another game is Grove City Christian 2, Fisher Catholic 1. Girls soccer, Wellington 7, Fisher Catholic 1. And girls volleyball, Fisher Catholic lost to Circleville 3-0. That was in 3 sets. 25-19, 25-10, and 25-22. Grove City Christian defeated New Hope Christian 3-0. That was 25-10, 25-11, 25-15 in 3 sets. Fisher Catholic, they lost to Fairfield Christian 3-0. Fairfield Christian 25-20 first set, 25-14 second set, 25-15 the third set. Harvest Prep, volleyball girls, lost to Grove City Christian 3-0 in 3 sets, 25-11, 25-18, 25-21. They could have won that third set, but they fell short. Boys soccer, Grove City Christian 11, West Jefferson 4. I think I gave you these scores. Yeah, I think I did. And yeah, Grove City Christian 2, Fisher Catholic 1, and Grove City Christian 11, West Jefferson 2, and girls soccer Wellington 7, Fisher Catholic 1. And those are your rundowns and your scores for your actual week of Mid-State League sports. Hey guys, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're just going to wrap this thing up. You listen to the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Smith.
Hi, I'm Clark Kellogg. I've attended basketball games from coast to coast over the years as a participant, broadcaster, parent, and fan. And believe me, I've seen my share of unsporting behavior. The purpose of school sports is for kids to have fun, develop their skills, and learn lessons that will last a lifetime. So when you attend a school contest, please keep that in mind. Remember to behave in a way that reflects positively on your child, your school, and your community. Let's respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Hey guys, thank you guys for jumping back in. We're in the last segment here. We're about to wrap this thing up. And so we're just going to give you a few announcements from around the league, and we can just go accordingly with those. I mean, Harvest Prep, I'm just thinking about this next week's game. It's going to be a real battle. So, you know, and then people, and some of these people, I noticed last year, Harvest Prep came to a couple of schools, and people said, Harvest Prep, who was Harvest Prep? You know, and people, like, I don't know if they give these guys respect, but I think Coach Smith is really bringing this school up to level that they need to be. And here's some of the guys talking about the respect they don't get from a lot of other teams. And here's Isaiah and Dan.
Well, my thing is, you know, they can respect us. They don't have to respect us. It's either go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you know, we're just playing football. We don't care if anybody talks about us. You know, we're used to adversity and, you know, people talking stuff on Twitter and there's all that type of stuff. You know, we don't really pay attention to that. You know, we just go do what we gotta do. We go play football. You know, we're just who we are. You know, as a team. And our coach Smith, he instilled that in us. You know, just be who you are. You know, be humble. and just be hungry. You know, that's our motto, humble and hungry. You know, that's what Warrior football is all about. And, you know, that's who we are. So.
Feel the same way?
Yeah. I mean, I think you gotta respect it. I mean, if you can't help it. I mean, how many people enrolled in our school? We're Division 7. That's what it is. And I think that we can hang with a lot of teams in Central Ohio if we do what we do and we play how we play. It's the game of football. If you know football, you know that we have a good team. And I just think, I mean, for anyone who's not respecting it, I mean, it's just you just overlook what.
That was Dan talking about respecting Isaiah, and you know, we're going to a place where I don't know if they're going to respect us, but they're going to go out. Them guys going to go out and play some football because Coach Smith has those guys, you know, right where they need to be. They are real humble. They're real humble guys and respectful guys. And here's Dan and Isaiah on Coach Smith, what kind of impact that they had in this school, in this football program, how they turned it around.
Tell me a little bit about both of you. Either one can answer. Tell me a little bit about Harvest Prep football, man. What's I got a chance to sit in on the practice, man. Coach Smith, man. Shout out to Coach Blon Smith, man. But tell
Best
me a little
coach
bit.
in Ohio.
Yes, sir. Always.
Best coach in Ohio, man.
Yeah, we both answer. I mean, he'll probably say the same thing. We practice at a different tempo. Every day it's high speed. We take our conditioning very serious. Condition just as well as any other team. So it's a different thing out there. We always want to make sure we play with a high tempo offense. So guys is always moving around, moving fast out there. That's how we practice every day.
Yeah, we do pretty good for a D7 team. You know, we are like. When Coach Smith came, it was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Like it was, first time I met him, I thought he was crazy.
Everybody did.
Yeah, but you know, he brought a dynasty to Harvest Prep football. You know, he brought new stuff. And, you know, we did what we were supposed to do. You know, first year, won the league. You know, that was a really big opportunity for us. You know, just to
first time in school.
Yeah, first time in school history.
And you guys have been a part of that.
Isaiah and Dan talking about Coach Smith, which really changed the program up, and the guys are going to go a long way this year. Weekly announcement from Grove City Christian. Check out NBC4 at 11 p.m. for a great story on Grove City Christian senior football player Quentin Blunt. Quentin had a prosthetic leg, I believe. Let's see. While watching on an 8th grade game in 2013, Grove City Christian football coach Andrew McCammell recalled being especially impressed with the upper body strength and skills of a two-way lineman, Quentin Blunt. During the varsity two-a-days, the following August, McCampbell raved with collegiate colleagues about Blunt's high motor. One of the coaches remarks that Q did a phenomenal job considering. McCampbell said. I said, "What do you mean considering?" He said, "Did you know Q had a prosthetic leg?" I was taken back. I really honestly had no idea. Neither do most opponents who line up across the line from Blunt, a 5'8", 250-pound sophomore, starting offensive line who plays part-time on defense as well. I guess this story is going to be on Channel 4, if it's not already been on Channel 4, about Quentin Blunt from Grove City Christian. And it's going to be at 11 p.m. Don't have a date. It might, like I said, it might be, you can check with the Grove City Christian High School, or you can get on their Twitter page. Fairfield Christian, Friday, September 8th, K through 12 grade student picture day. Come out and get your pictures taken Friday. Millersport, Tuesday, September the 5th, which is the day after Labor Day, 7:30 to 8:30. Volleyball girls, varsity versus Bishop Rosecrans. Thursday, September the 7th, 7 p.m. Volleyball girls are playing Cristio Ray Columbus, 7 p.m. Moving right along, Fisher Catholic, volleyball Tuesday, September the 5th, Burn Union. Thursday, September the 7th, Bishop Rosecrans. And then again, they still having the annual fund giving. Your donation will help keep the Fisher Catholic legacy deeply rooted in our community. Your participation is greatly appreciated. If you want information, you can contact Julie Kielbarger, Annual Fund Director at jkilbarg@cdeducation.org. That's Julie Kielbarger at jkilbarg@cdeducation.org. Okay, Burn Union. Jostens, which is the ring people, senior ring people, is supposed to meet with the 10th and 12th graders Wednesday, September the 6th. You can get on the website and get more information about that. Harvest Prep, your announcements. September the 5th, middle school football versus Columbus Academy. That'll be away. September the 5th, middle school volleyball versus Fairfield Christian Academy. That will be at the Cave at home. September the 5th, volleyball versus Fairfield Christian Academy, and that'll be at home. September the 6th, varsity soccer versus Wellington. That will be at home. And September the 7th, volleyball, varsity volleyball versus Burn Union. And that will be, I think I just gave you the date, September the 7th. That will be away. It won't be at Harvest Prep, it will be away. Hey, that's a wrap for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. We want to thank the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Prep Sports Writers Association, which I am a member of, for allowing me to bring a podcast to shed light on the Mid-State League and especially on Harvest Preparatory School. Thank you guys. Thank Commissioner Dan Ross and all the guys at OSHAA. And with that being said, that's it. That's all I have for today. You can check back with us next week. We have a fresh, newly podcast, and just be keeping you updated on all things Harvest Prep and taking you around the Mid-State League. Hey guys, my name is Willie Stimmons. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can follow us on all 3 social media and on Facebook. And with that being said, hey guys, have a great week, and we'll see you guys on the next podcast.
What time is it?